One thing which annoys me more in this world than people who aren't subscribed, by the way, it's free, are people who in many cases are full-grown women who believe in astrology. The only zodiac sign which I believe describes who you are, if they're supposed to describe you, is Cancer. Astrology in general, not to be mixed with astronomy, we're talking about astrology. These are the same girls who believe they're smart, intelligent, just because they stopped believing in a religion and became proud, self-made atheists. And they believe religion and politics are the cause of everything bad which is going on in our world. Are the same people who decide to believe in stars and how the time of the year you're born in accurately describes who you are, who you're compatible with, and basically your entire personality. These are the ones telling religious people to wake up. And somehow I've never heard of a man bringing up zodiac signs as a valid argument. And here we have some white girls with too much spare time who think astrology is a way of succeeding in their life. I'm pretty sure everyone is aware that there's a lot of division going on in the world, whether it be about your race, your sexuality, your religion. And here we have people ranking zodiac signs. And they list out some zodiac signs which they don't want to be associated with. That sounds like a new form of discrimination to me. Like, if you genuinely believe in astrology or decide to look into it because you're thinking if this may be real or not, I think you're a dumbass. I view you as that one picture of brain-dead voyak. So the first time I've ever heard about astrology was when my grandmother gave me a cup with a Scorpio symbol on it. Papitron Prime from the future here. I just want to say I view astrology as such an irrelevant thing that I don't even know my own zodiac sign. I'm not a Scorpio, I'm a Capricorn, regarding to the stars in the sky. At the time I was a freshly baked fetus, around 5 years of age. Even back then, I was pretty sure it's just like a mythological label, which doesn't really matter as long as the sign you get looks nice. I didn't know there's deeper meaning to a sign, which in reality there isn't, but I didn't know there's this entire culture, this entire belief, which believes your zodiac sign is more than a symbol and it actually describes what type of person you are. Like, I was lucky to be born in a family which didn't indoctrinate me with this BS. Nobody believed it. Like, a zodiac sign to me is just like a little label, like, oh yeah, the stars are aligned this way. Yes, some guy in the Middle Ages made it up. There you go, that's your zodiac sign. I'm so thankful for being spawned in such a smart family. Google's definition of astrology is the study of movements and relative positions of celestial bodies interpreted as having an influence on human affairs and the natural world. I think it's very important to note that astrology and astronomy aren't the same thing. Astronomy is the study of science, physics, also known as reality, unlike a made-up concept of combining stars together to form some sort of a shape. The girls really don't realize, but what we see is just some old-ass light. What's worse is that I believe astronomy, the study of science and physics, is easier to study than listening to all of these astronomy gurus blaming their miserable life and failed relationships because of their star sign. For these astrology girls, it became a very common argument that whenever they got in a fight with one of their friends, or maybe they broke up with someone, is that they may have done awful things just because of their zodiac sign, as if this was destined to happen.
Destiny arrives all the same.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm a Scorpio. And these are some traits that Google gives me when I look this up. They can get jealous easily. A Scorpio is driven by ambition and a desire to succeed in life. Yeah, I can somewhat relate to that. I don't really get jealous, but let's continue. They have trust issues. I got to say, I do have trust issues. They can be secretive. That's also true. They seem aggressive. Yeah, I can get pretty pissed off, that's true. They may seek revenge. Yeah. They can seem insensitive. No, I'm not a Twitter user. I just want to point out, as previously mentioned, I'm not a Scorpio. But still the traits under that sign apply to me. I think this is very similar to the witches with the crystal balls. It will more than likely say something that in a certain capacity everyone can agree with. Quite similar to Andrew Tate, for instance. He says some very smart things. He made himself sound like a very wise man. The reason Tate blew up so much, I think he's a marketing genius. He brought up many problems and many popular opinions among an average man. And this is quite relative when it comes to zodiac signs. You bring up something everyone can somewhat relate to and they believe in it. Then all of a sudden a person falls for this, thinking that their personality cannot be influenced by anything but stars.
Oh my god, I'm such a Scorpio.
I hate myself. Like, some of these girls straight on refuse to date people just because some astrology TikToker they're following said that these two signs aren't compatible together. Let's be honest here, a non-NPC would never reject a girl or a guy because of their signs. If some miracle ever happened and I managed to attract a girl just because her zodiac sign, according to the very reliable sources, says we wouldn't be compatible together. If she's worthy, I would never reject. How about we make this new rule? The word TikTok and reliable should not be in the same sentence. ever. Like many people said this before, that astrology becomes a problem in people's lives. Because there's this girl who's drooling over this big Chad in her class. They get along very well, they're good friends. They could potentially escalate their relationship to another level. Then she finds out he's an Aries and she's a Cancer. Yeah, she's a Cancer. And she has cut ties with him because according to all of the information she has received from TikTok about astrology, Aries and Cancer aren't compatible together and they throw away such an opportunity and a friend because of their belief. If you ever see a girl from a class or work complain about zodiac signs on TikTok, well, she's the one getting pumped and dumped 24/7. Please consider this as a red flag. Like, they're clearly not an intellectual person. If she will ever move away from astrology, probably going to turn to vandalizing 5G towers or taking BuzzFeed quizzes whether they can become friends with someone or not. I'm sorry, Emily. Put down the pumpkin spice latte from Subway and listen to me. That ex-boyfriend of yours, which pumped and dumped you, isn't because of your zodiac sign. It's because of you or him. Quit thinking that the reason your relationship failed is because both of you had non-compatible zodiac signs. You are who you are. There's nothing which can define you except for the way you act. We are in the 21st century. The study of science and the universe is all out there. All people, men and women, are educated at schools. And yet, instead of focusing your time on the class you're failing, you decide to invest all of your time into research about astrology. I see these girls on TikTok complain about a very specific zodiac sign, for example Leo, and they automatically label everybody who has Leo as their zodiac sign as awful, evil, just because some astrology guru says that on the internet. Like, this really sounds like another form of discrimination. The same way you cannot decide your skin color, your sexuality, you cannot decide your zodiac sign. Like, so many people who are naive and they fall into this idea that maybe they're reasoning that they're a social outcast. It has something to do with their zodiac sign. The reason they have no friends is that they were born at a specific time of the year. These signs being more or less gods which decide who you are and why things happen to you. Astrology creates victims who believe the direction their life is headed cannot be changed. There are people who believe in astrology out there. Whenever they meet a new person, whether it's a classmate, a co-worker, or a friend of a friend, they instantly whip out their TikTok gurus. They might even have a little notepad which includes all the traits of every single zodiac sign, and they analyze the person. And according to their idiosyncratic research, they determine whether they qualify to be friends with them over astrology. All because of the time they were born. Right now I'm going deep into problematic examples of astrology. People take their belief to the next level. There are people out there who consume this nonsense to a level that they struggle making new friends because they realize the people who meet aren't compatible with them. I really hope aliens haven't actually found our planet, because if they have, and they send someone to study humans and they see this BS, they will be leaving and returning in another like 10,000 years probably. But probably by then the world is going to be over. Taylor O'Brien, the 4 elements in astrology. What is this, like Avatar: The Last Airbender? Like, it's scary to look up astrology and click on the second page of Google. Like, what even is this? Like, in theory, this does make sense about the alignment of the stars, but that is all made up by humans. There's no meaning behind this. These things look as if they're taken out from the Bible. What does being a Libra have to do with pussy? And why do PCs like feet? Like, these visuals seem like the painting who a horror movie protagonist is going to find in some like abandoned cabin in the woods. Or more simply, something straight out of church. I think this summarizes my hate and distaste towards people who believe in astrology. Personally, I'm atheist. I only believe in science. Like, it's really appalling to me that some people decide to live their life by consuming so much mythology and considering it as facts. In the case you are a believer of some concept made by some Greek guy a few thousand years ago, wake up. What makes you a good person and compatible to others is who you are. There isn't a single person out there who can be friends with everyone. If you don't get along with someone, it is not because of your zodiac sign. It's about you both. Some join the dots game in the sky does not depict who you are. All these TikTokers and YouTubers are full of BS. Rather than blaming people's zodiac sign, analyze what had actually happened. Because some star in the sky isn't the cause of it. Well guys, on this channel I make many videos. If you would like to subscribe, that would be awesome. Have a good one, guys.
Zodiac signs 1 to 5.
What a dumb
1, easy one. I love Capricorns, favorite sign.
Oh my god, this is just oh my god.